All right, greetings. Name of Yahweh, on name authority, Yahshua sign, direction, the Holy Spirit. Uh, Greetings. I know it's been some time, but my time has not been wasted. I kind of was a little bit hesitant to kind of go on and jump on here, but as always, Yahweh's plan must go. It must go forward. What this particular video is going to be about, it is directed toward the collective that I share and that I am in unison with. The things I'm about to say, I need them to be heated. I need you to be focused, and I need you to study what it is I'm telling you. One thing that the collective has acknowledged is that spiritual warfare is real. What I'm wanting to do is to bring clarity as to what the spiritual warfare is actually intended to do. Now, without going to biblical scriptures, going to the book of Job, the dark night of the soul, and all that, the collective of those who are spiritualists, practitioners, curanderos, brujas, Reiki masters, if you're on the path of doing things to help people, help yourself first, and then move on to trying to help the rest of humanity with the gifts that you actually possess. What I'm going to be doing is basically giving out certain instructions, downloads that I get from Yahweh, from my spiritual sources, because I don't have any jurisdiction. When I say I don't have any jurisdiction, jurisdiction means power in law. So that means where a municipality or corporation, they have to have jurisdiction to operate in certain locations. I, on the other hand, do not have no jurisdiction. And what I mean by that is the same way as I can go to the Father, I can go straight to Yahweh. I can go down in the next minute and be in the heart of hell, in the depths of the world of darkness, lewdness, terror, torture, every aspect of darkness. I've been there. I go there. I dwell there because I have worked there. That's why I'm in the darkness so much, because my light is so profusive, so effulgent to the point to where I'm better suited to meet the plans of the Father, my Father, Yahweh, in order to fulfill His purpose. Because when I'm in the darkness, I'm not in darkness. I'm there, but I'm the light itself within inside of the darkness. I have found where my true light resides within inside of me. And so now I am about to start teaching everyone on how to fine-tune this light, but not to steer off the subject matter. A lot of us have been made to believe and been brainwashed by the system that has enslaved us. Now, when it comes to understanding spiritual warfare, the first focal point in war and I'm speaking in military terms, the first stratagem of war is identification. You must identify your enemy, okay? If you don't know who your enemy is, then you don't know how much of your resources or your power or your finances you have to go up against what you're fighting. You have to do what they call recon. You have to do an assessment. Why am I talking in these terms? Because Yahweh proved to be, in the Old Testament, not so much as a god of war, but a military god, which he is not a god, he is a creator. Gods are men, all right? But for the choice of words to where everybody can understand what I am referring to, he led the children of Israel, my ancestors. He led them into war, into battle. Some they won, some they lost. Some perished, some didn't. And when it all came down, it came down to them learning how to listen. That was the punchline, because the journey to Jericho, when they first came out of Egypt, was typically 11 days. But it turned into 40 years by their grumbling and their ingratitude. So they were made to wander. The things that they did when he was trying to push them into the promised land, their indoctrination was so deep that they scuttled their own ship. They sabotaged their own blessings. Okay, let me realign on what I'm talking about. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to be bringing information to the collective to be able to use for you to understand who and what you're fighting and how you are to go about it. All right. But here's the thing. The army, all right, is not against darkness. Okay. It's against a system that is trying to keep humanity from turning a new leaf and going into the next phase of evolution. That is what the fight is. Because the evolution of man is supposed to be a little bit more further along than where mankind is at. But due to indoctrination and misinformation, the powers, the principalities have sought to brainwash and keep men ignorant to where these timelines can pass for them to be able to move into the next stage of evolution without getting caught into the time warp of the one that is falling. That is falling away. It's actually already failed, but you just haven't seen it. It's like a time glitch. You haven't seen the rocks falling off the mountain yet, but the mountain has already collapsed, if that makes sense. So yes, you got to know that there's going to be more videos that I'm going to post, but what I'm going to be doing is providing the necessary education and knowledge that I'm going to be giving, to those whom I am in spiritual unison with. But what you must understand before I cut this video here and move on to the next one is that in this particular body that is trying to help humanity, though I might be the one to deliver the message directly from Source, Yahweh, the Most High, I will not be labeled your leader. What I'm doing is I'm showing everybody what the initial map is of what it is we are supposed to be doing spiritually. But everybody in this war is their own general. Why am I doing that? It keeps them from decentralizing. It keeps them from attacking one person. Stay tuned.